people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 2 of Ocarina of Time. Last time, Link was having nightmares because the forces of evil are growing in power, and they have cursed the Great Deku Tree, Link's tree father. So, after gaining a sword and a shield and learning the ways of combat, we have been tasked with going into the Great Deku Tree in order to break the curse, so let's go. Okay, welcome to the first dungeon. Inside the Deku Tree. And I'll be honest with you, this place actually kind of freaked me out when I first played it, because basically there's just something about the music here. Well, on the one hand, the music in this dungeon is soothing. There's just something that's a little ominous about it, you know, like something's watching you. You got Deku Nuts. Basically, Deku Nuts, they stun enemies, though it doesn't stun all enemies. To be honest, I don't really use these things that often. So anyways, just Navi, yeah, get ready to hear that. Hey, look, Link, you can see down below this web using up. Yeah, and indeed you can. That is the next part of the dungeon, though we can't necessarily go there right now because you need to jump from high up in order to break the web. So anyways, let's get going. We have to actually go up to the uppermost section of this room, basically the top of the Deku Tree. Though it kind of makes me wonder just who built these bridges. Did the Deku Tree command the Kokiri to build bridges inside him? Look at this wall. The vines growing on it may give it a rough surface. Maybe you can climb up it, Link. Though if you... Sorry, accidentally threw a Deku Nut. Skullwapchula, be careful not to touch it. No, I wanted to touch it, Navi. Anyways, these guys. If you try to basically climb the wall while they're still alive, they'll ram you and, well, they'll hurt you. So, we can't deal with them just yet, but we will be able to deal with them shortly. Anyways, we got a piece of paper. This is the dungeon map. Basically, before we had divine beasts and scan pads giving you maps to the dungeon, we had actual maps. You didn't have the map. You didn't know where you were in the dungeon. You had to find the map, and there you go. So anyways, now that we have the map, we can actually see all the rooms in the dungeon. Basically, blue chambers are where we have already been. Our areas that we visited. If it's flashing, then we are currently there. So no, we're not saving the game. So anyways... With that said, the only way we can go is here, and listen to Navi's wisdom. You can open a door by standing in front of it and pressing the A button. Pay attention to what the action icon says. That's the blue icon at the top of the screen. Yeah, it's one thing when a first-time player's being told this, which that could actually be helpful, but when you play the game several times over, it's kind of annoying to hear that every time. Ow, forgive me, Master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold the control stick forward, you will roll on the ground when you land and won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it will work, though, if the cliff is really, really high. Well, try it if you're feeling bold. Yeah, so anyways, Deku Scrubs, in this dungeon at the very least, they give advice. And I forgot to scan him. So anyways, if you jump on that platform, it will fall down, but we're not going to do that. We're going to be rebels. We're going to be rebels with a cause. Instead, we're going to climb up here and get our first dungeon item. You got a slingshot. Basically, slingshot, it's your ranged attack. You basically pull back, you can launch projectiles, and just overall pretty handy item. This item, believe it or not, is going to be pretty much a mainstay for a young Link throughout the entirety of the game. So anyways, let's just go into our items and actually equip it. This thing has ammo, basically in the form of seeds, but we can easily get more. So anyways, you can either blast that ladder down, or you can do what we did and just climb across and just jump across that platform. Anyways, in there, that's a heart. So, without further ado, let's just jump across this platform that will fall down. If you're rolling and you jump off a ledge, you will actually jump farther. So, yeah, that's a little... So, if you're trying to just shortcut a few things, it can be pretty useful to know that. So, anyways, with the slingshot, we can lock on and then basically just launch. Or we can go in first person and just aim there. When it comes to aiming with the slingshot, basically, just try to just position the enemy between the upper parts of the upper corners of the slingshot, and then boom, there you go. Okay, ooh, green rupee. We're not leaving a rupee behind, even though there really isn't that much to buy in this game. There we are. Deku nuts, thank you. Okay, so anyways, now that we have that enemy taken care of, we can just climb up these vines without any impediment. Okay. Yeah, funnily enough, just Childlink's dungeons actually kind of freak me out more than some of the more disturbing dungeons in the game. Anyways, this is a Skulltula. Big Skulltula, it's off belly, it's its weak point. Basically, just wait for it to turn around, and then you can just slash at it. Though, we don't have any business just yet with it, because we're going to go in here. Now, in order to unlock the door, just light your Deku stick, and then just light the torch. If a Deku stick is on fire, it will burn away eventually. But basically, if you put it away, you can preserve the stick. So anyways, we're going to bring this up, and we're going to go over here. Okay, first off, we're going to get the compass. Basically, the compass tells you where all the chests in a dungeon are. Though in a dungeon like this, where it's very straightforward, you really don't need the compass. Heck, if anything, there's actually a more valuable item in this room than the compass, which we're going to be getting right now. Okay, so let's raise the platforms one last time. Go over here. And this is it. This is a gold Skulltula. There are 100 in total in the game, though for our purposes, we are only going to be collecting 50. And pretty much no more than that. Because basically how it works with gold Skulltulas, you get rewards for increments of 10 until you get 50. At that point, basically, the last reward is only unlocked after getting all 100, and that reward is basically unlimited rupees. Though by the time you get all 100 gold Skulltulas, there's nothing left to buy. So basically, you pretty much just have unlimited money. Though hey, it's better than Hetsu's golden turd. So anyways, with that, we got that one in the room. It's the compass. Okay, there we go. Skulltula 1 collected. And in this one, we have a recovery heart, I believe. Though anyways, this Skulltula is funny because basically, for some reason, it can't process that we're on a higher ledge than it. So basically, it's like it's humping the wall. Though hey, it's easy to take down. It doesn't even turn around to face you. So anyways, with that said and done, let's just go out. Okay, wait for you. Anyways, if you press the A button while locked on to an enemy, you will do what's known as a jump attack. Jump attacks are very powerful. They're stronger than your normal slash, I believe twice as strong. However, basically, you leave yourself vulnerable. So it's usually best to do them on enemies that are stationary or enemies that are stunned. So anyways, you gotta position yourself and just land on the web, and you land in some water. Very nice. So anyways, over here, we get another gold Skulltula. Heck, this room actually has 2 of them. So just 2 slingshots, that's all it takes. 2 hits from that, that's all it takes to defeat them. Though, funnily enough, gold Skulltulas are arguably the strongest enemies that we will be facing for a little while, especially in this dungeon, because if a gold Skulltula touches you, it will deal 1 heart's worth of damage. So basically about a third of our health. So anyways, once again. So for this one, just what I like to do is just position myself and then just jump, and there we go. Gold Skulltula, another one collected. Okay. 2 and 3. There we are. That's all the gold Skulltulas that we can get in this dungeon for now. And actually, that's all the ones in this dungeon that we're going to get. There's one more that we can get later on, though it requires us to backtrack, and we honestly don't need it. Like I said, there are 100 gold Skulltulas in the game, so we can't afford to skip a couple of them. So anyways, if you're carrying a torch, it will basically extinguish in deep water. So just be cautious. Jump over here. And let's just use this fire on the Deku Tree. Just burn the Deku Tree down. Burn it to the ground. Just the Deku Tree. Link, I'm on fire. Why? You got Deku Seeds. These are small, hard seeds that you can use as bullets for your slingshot. They are essentially the Legend of Zelda version of British tomatoes. I don't know why, but that one line from Grandpa Phil from the Hey Arnold movie will forever live in my mind. Basically, just they were British tomatoes, so they were small and hard. Deku Scrap. It will hide in the grass if you're close to it. Bounce the nuts it spits back at it. Okay, so anyways, do that, and then run into him.
Please forgive me, Master. I'll never do it again. If you spare me, I'll teach you something cool. You will never meet my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number... excuse me, sorry, CzarThwomp, you flowed my lines. 23 is number 1. Do you think I'm a traitor?
Very much so. So anyways... Funny story about this room. When I first played this room, and this goes back to how oblivious I was without strategy guides. Basically, most people see that eye and they're thinking, oh hey, I gotta shoot at it. I didn't even notice that eye. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know that eye existed when I first played this game. I was like, where do I get out of this room? So basically, I was just trying to find my way. I was just looking around the entire area, trying to jump over to the other ledge, and just... I even took that 23 is number 1 as basically, maybe it has to do with the sculpturas on the upper level of the tree. So anyways, just blast this. And the door is open. The doors that the Deku Tree has installed in him. I don't even know what the heck's going on with the Deku Tree. Why would he have doors installed for him?
After you get to the water, if you hold down A, you can dive. I bet there's some interesting things underwater.
But even more interesting is the fact that why does the Deku Tree have some weird spinning spiked bar in his body? What is he hoping to accomplish with it? So anyways, let's just wait. Swim on down. We can only go underwater for 3 seconds. Oh crap, no, no, no. Okay, I think we're actually going to fail this. Hurrah! Okay, good, good, good. We actually did it. I was starting to get a little nervous, to be honest. Okay, anyways. Now Navi can tell us how to pull blocks.
Stand next to this block and grab all of it with A. While holding A, you can push or pull it. If you stand next to the block and press A while pressing up, while the controls stick forward on the block, you can climb on top of it. Pay attention to what the action icon says.
Okay, so anyways, as stated, Link is insanely buff. Look at him! He is pulling this like it's nothing! This block is twice as tall as him, and probably weighs a good amount of weight considering it's made of stone. And Link's just pulling it like it's nothing. Link is absolutely shredded. Link is this Titan youth. So anyways, in this room, gotta light torches. You can't avoid the torch. You gotta embrace the torch, or you gotta use the, you can't avoid the torch. You embrace it in the compass room, or you embrace it now. So anyways, this room. When I first played this game, this room freaked me the heck out. Not because of that sculpture that just faces away from you for some reason. I'm talking about these eggs on top of the Deku Tree. These are Gohma Larvae. And if you walk near them, they'll drop down and they will attempt to attack you. Now, when I first played this game, these things freaked me out because basically I got jump scared by them because I didn't know they were there. I'm running through the room and I'm like, oh my gosh, what are these? Yeah, so basically it also didn't help that basically this place was already putting me on edge with the music. So anyways, you can actually blast them from here, which is what I like to do. And funnily enough, the Gohma Larvae only appear in this one space in the game. So if you don't come back for that one Skulltula that is behind that web right there, it's behind a bombable wall. Oh, no, you don't. So anyways, if a wall is bombable, it will make a distinct sound from a wall that is not bombable. For example, just stone walls. Is there a stone wall or something? So basically, this is the sound that will be made when you hit an object that cannot be destroyed. Just sword against metal. And or against wood. But if you hit an object that can be blasted, it makes that tinge sound. So that's always a good way to know if you're dealing with a secret wall. So anyways, with that, we're actually almost done with the dungeon. Yeah, this is arguably one of the shortest dungeons in the entire Legend of Zelda series. But this is more or less just a tutorial dungeon just to teach you, oh hey, here's how you do basic things, here's the map, here's how you push blocks, stuff that couldn't be addressed in the Kokiri tutorial. So anyways, we can actually go over here. Just push this block down to get a little shortcut. Just as Link pushed this thing without any hesitation whatsoever. Just look at this. Link is just absolutely destroying this dungeon. And mind you, Link is only 7 years old in this game. At least I think he's only 7 when he's in his child form. I think he may be 8. 7 or 8, that sort of time range. So maybe 10, I don't know. Actually, no, he is 10 in this game. Yeah, he's 10 in this game, but still. But anyways, here's the 23 number 1 section. Come on, blast. Okay, there we go. 23 is number 1.
How did you know our secret? How irritating! It's so annoying that I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Gohma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Gohma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. Oh, Queenie! Sorry about that.
Okay, anyways, time to fight our first boss. You go into the darkness that is the depths of the Deku Tree. The door closes behind you. You can't get out of here. All you can do is just look up into the darkness and see Gohma on the ceiling. Parasitic armored arachnid, Gohma.
Gohma! It's one of the parasitic monsters inside the Deku Tree. Its eye is vulnerable when red.
Anyways. No. There. Anyways, basically, if you do a jump attack with a Deku Stick, you can do a good amount of damage. Though it can be a little iffy. Now, when Gohma's on the ceiling, strike her down before she starts laying Gohma eggs. Don't let her reproduce. No. Yeah, there we go. And for defeating Gohma, like in Legend of Zelda tradition, we get a heart container. So, anyways, with that, we have finished the dungeon. Yeah, it is so interesting just looking around this room. Just the ominous vibe this place gives off. So anyways, let's go. Well done, Link. Thou hast verily demonstrated thine courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. You actually did something right for once in your life. Now I have yet more to tell thee. Wilt thou listen? No. No, Link. Thou must know my time is short. Now, listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. He rode his horse into fire. That's how you know he's evil. I gotta save the children! Children! I'm coming to save you from the flames! This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerer's power in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. In the beginning it was rainy. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, there was a weird blue rain. It was non-stop for some reason. 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule, and for some reason they looked like Oscars. Din, the goddess of power. Neru, the goddess of wisdom. Or Nairu, I don't know how to pronounce it. Farore, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nairu poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Farore, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The 3 great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens. And golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence. And the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Last I heard, he was trying to build an orphanage. What next? Is he going to use the Triforce to feed the hungry? To give shelter to the homeless? We can't allow that! Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse was successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters, but then again, if the Deku Tree knew that he was gonna die anyways, basically, why did he just say, oh wait, hey Link, before you go in, I should tell you about how our world was created, about the Triforce. Heck, just give us the Kokiri Emerald now, and then basically just send Link on his way. I guess Link had to just prove himself. Link dies in the Deku Tree, he wasn't worthy to save the world anyways. This is Hyrule's final hope. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There, thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. He even said, pretty please. What kind of weenie says that? Yeah, I love how my head guy for Ganondorf, it's just that basically Ganondorf, he's just basically this pathetic guy who's just lonely, who's actually just really nice. Excuse me, can I have the Emerald, Mr. Deku Tree? No! Come on, please! No! Please! No! Please! No! Pretty please! For the last time, no! Fine! If you're gonna be a media man, I'm gonna send a big old bug inside you! The future depends upon thee, Link. Thou art courageous. Navi the fairy, help Link to carry out my will. Tell him the obvious. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. Yeah, you know things are real when Tree Dad dies just within the first hour, within the first hour of gameplay.
Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Link. Goodbye, Great Deku Tree.
And then just Mito just knew when Link was approaching so he could just block you off. Hey Link, what did you do? The Great Deku Tree, did he die? How could you do the thing like that? It's all your fault! No, it wasn't. You're right, Link! It was the Deku Scrubs! The damn Deku Scrubs did it! Mito, the Deku Scrubs didn't do it. And I didn't do it. Nonsense, Link! You're covering for them! You're an agent of them! You're what? They pay you off with Deku nuts and Deku sticks! I know their games, Link! They live in some palace in the swamps, and they drink the monkey blood! I heard it on the radio, Link! That's how I know it's true! Mito, you're going crazy. Am I, Link? I'm crazy like a fox! The Deku Scrubs, they take it up, they make you want to think, oh, they just live in the ground, they sell you a shield, they'll give you some information, but they are cold-blooded, Link, they are cold-blooded, and they will kill you and your family if they could. I will start the war. Okay, well, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever that you want. Without, see you next time. Bye.